Journey to a nation of captivating landscapes and vibrant traditions. This travel documentary invites you to explore the Philippines, where every island whispers stories of culture, adventure, and unforgettable natural beauty. Filipino women are warm and hospitable to foreigners. Filipino women are often celebrated for their warmth and hospitality, qualities deeply rooted in the Philippines' rich cultural traditions. From the moment you set foot in the country, you're likely to notice how effortlessly they make visitors feel welcome. This sense of openness stems from a long-standing culture of hospitality where guests are treated like family. Whether you're exploring the bustling streets of Manila or relaxing on a quiet island, many Filipino women greet foreigners with genuine smiles and an eagerness to share their culture. Family values play a central role in shaping this welcoming attitude. Filipino households often emphasize respect, kindness, and generosity toward guests. Women, in particular, carry these traditions proudly, extending small acts of care that make strangers feel at home. Offering food, helping with directions, or taking the time to explain local customs are gestures you'll encounter often. For travelers, these everyday courtesies can transform a simple visit into an enriching cultural experience. It's not about grand displays, but about authentic human connection, something that many visitors remember long after they leave. This natural hospitality also bridges cultural gaps when meeting foreigners. Conversations flow easily thanks to the widespread use of English, and many Filipino women are genuinely curious about other cultures while happily sharing their own. Whether guiding someone through a local market, recommending hidden beaches, or simply exchanging stories over a shared meal, they embody the spirit of openness that defines Filipino society. For travelers, these interactions often become the highlight of their trip, offering not just guidance, but a deeper understanding of the country's heart. Filipino women's warm and welcoming nature is more than a cultural trait. It's an invitation to experience the Philippines on a profoundly personal level. The Philippines is made up of thousands of islands. The Philippines is not just one country, it's a breathtaking archipelago of 7,641 islands, each with its own story to tell. From bustling urban centers on Luzon to the hidden lagoons of Palawan, these islands offer a landscape so diverse it feels like stepping into multiple worlds within one nation. What makes the Philippines even more fascinating is that many of its islands remain untouched, uninhabited, and waiting to be discovered, preserving a raw beauty that modern life has yet to alter. Travelers can sail from one island to another, finding themselves in pristine white sand beaches one day and rugged volcanic cliffs the next. This abundance of islands also makes the Philippines one of the most culturally diverse countries in Asia. Each region has its own dialect, traditions, cuisine, and identity, shaped by centuries of trade, migration, and history. Island communities often celebrate their individuality with vibrant festivals and rituals, while also sharing the unmistakable warmth and hospitality Filipinos are famous for. Even the food reflects this island variety: coconut-based dishes in the Visayas, seafood feasts in Mindanao, and unique rice delicacies from the northern provinces. All connected yet distinct, like beads in a necklace of culture. For adventurers, this archipelago is a paradise. Beyond the well-known gems like Boracay and Siargao lies a network of hidden treasures: mangrove forests, secret coves, and coral reefs teeming with marine life. The sheer number of islands means the possibility of discovery never ends. In the Philippines, exploration is not just an activity. It's a way of experiencing the rhythm of life itself. World's longest Christmas season in the Philippines. In the Philippines, Christmas isn't just a holiday. It's a season that stretches longer than anywhere else in the world. As soon as September arrives, the air begins to fill with the sounds of carols, and streets come alive with dazzling lights and colorful lanterns. This unique tradition, known as the Bear Month celebration, transforms ordinary days into months of joy and anticipation. By the time December arrives, the country is already in full festive spirit, with families, communities, and entire cities draped in sparkling decorations that create a magical atmosphere. The world's longest Christmas season is not just about its length. It's about the warmth and meaning behind it. For Filipinos, Christmas is a time for family reunions, community gatherings, and shared traditions. Simbang Gabi, a series of dawn masses held in the weeks leading up to Christmas, reflects the deep faith of the people, while festive markets offer treats like bibingka and puto bumbong, filling the air with the scent of celebration. This season embodies both joy and generosity, with acts of kindness and gift-giving at the heart of the festivities. What makes the Filipino Christmas truly extraordinary is how it bridges tradition and modernity. In big cities, elaborate displays and holiday concerts add grandeur, while in small towns, children still go house to house singing carols for coins and sweets. The season doesn't end until January, with the Feast of the Three Kings marking its finale. In the Philippines, Christmas is more than a day. It's a way of life, a celebration of family, faith, and endless cheer. The texting capital of the world. The Philippines has proudly earned the title of the texting capital of the world, a reputation built on its people's extraordinary love for staying connected. With billions of text messages sent every single day, Filipinos once outpaced entire continents combined in their SMS activity. Long before smartphones and messaging apps became global norms, Filipinos had already mastered the art of communication through short, snappy texts, using them not just for convenience, but as a vital part of social and cultural life. This passion for texting stems from both practicality and creativity. Mobile phones quickly became affordable and accessible in the late 1990s, allowing Filipinos across all walks of life to stay in touch. Texting was cheap, fast, and efficient, making it the perfect tool in a country where long-distance calls were expensive. But beyond utility, Filipinos turned SMS into a vibrant form of expression, sharing jokes, poems, chain messages, and heartfelt greetings that strengthened bonds with family and friends, both near and far. What makes this phenomenon even more remarkable is how texting shaped the nation's identity. It became a cultural equalizer, allowing everyone, from students to professionals, to engage in constant communication. At one point, over 400 million messages were sent daily, making texting not just a pastime, but a way of life. Even with the rise of social media and messaging apps, the spirit of the texting capital lives on, showcasing the Filipino people's unmatched desire to connect, share, and stay close, despite distance. The world's longest underground river flows in the Philippines. Hidden beneath the lush forests of Palawan lies one of the Philippines' most extraordinary natural wonders, the Puerto Princesa subterranean river. Stretching more than 8 kilometers underground, this river winds its way through spectacular limestone caves adorned with dramatic stalactites and stalagmites. Recognized as one of the new 7 wonders of nature, it is both a geological masterpiece and a breathtaking destination that leaves visitors in awe of its sheer beauty and mystery. What makes this underground river truly remarkable is that it flows directly into the sea, a rare natural phenomenon that adds to its uniqueness. Visitors can explore the river by small paddle boats, gliding silently through cathedral-like chambers where rock formations resemble mythical creatures and hidden landscapes carved by nature over millions of years. The play of light and shadow creates an almost otherworldly atmosphere, turning each bend of the river into a scene from a fantasy tale. Beyond its stunning landscapes, the Puerto Princesa subterranean river is also an ecological treasure. Its surrounding national park is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, home to a diverse range of flora and fauna, including monkeys, monitor lizards, and rare bird species. The river and its cave system serve as a vital ecosystem, reminding us of the delicate balance between nature and conservation. For those seeking adventure and wonder, this underground marvel stands as one of the Philippines' most unforgettable experiences, an enchanting journey into the heart of the earth itself. The Philippines, a nation of nurses. The Philippines has earned a global reputation as a nation of nurses, with millions of Filipino healthcare professionals working across the world. For decades, Filipino nurses have been the backbone of hospitals and clinics in countries like the United States, the United Kingdom, Canada, and the Middle East. Their reputation for skill, compassion, and dedication has made them some of the most sought-after healthcare workers worldwide, creating a legacy of service that stretches far beyond the nation's borders. This remarkable trend began in the 20th century, when nursing schools in the Philippines adopted English as the language of instruction, aligning their training with international standards. As opportunities opened abroad, thousands of Filipino nurses began migrating to meet global healthcare demands. Today, the Philippines is the single largest exporter of nurses, with entire families sometimes connected to the profession, passing down a tradition of healing and service from one generation to the next. Behind this movement is not only a demand for skilled professionals, but also the Filipino cultural values of care and empathy. Nursing is more than just a job. It reflects the deep-rooted respect for family and community. For many, working overseas provides financial stability and allows them to support loved ones back home. While this has led to a brain drain in the local healthcare system, it has also strengthened the Philippines' identity as a nation of caregivers whose warmth and compassion have touched lives in every corner of the globe. Unique whistled language in the Philippines. High in the mountains of northern Luzon, an extraordinary form of communication still echoes through the valleys. Sisil, a whistled language unlike any other. Instead of words spoken aloud, entire messages are conveyed through melodic whistles that can travel great distances. This unique practice developed out of necessity, allowing farmers, hunters, and villagers to communicate across rugged terrain where voices could not carry. Remarkably, Sisil is not just a series of random notes. It mirrors the intonation and rhythm of spoken language, enabling complex ideas to be shared without a single word uttered. What makes Sisil even more fascinating is its precision and efficiency. A whistle can travel up to a kilometer across mountains and forests, making it far more effective than shouting. In communities where cell service and modern tools were once non-existent, Sisil acted as a lifeline, bridging distances and ensuring safety. Whether calling out to loved ones, signaling danger, or coordinating work in the fields, this tradition proved to be both practical and ingenious. To this day, older generations still use it, preserving a cultural treasure that is as functional as it is enchanting. However, like many indigenous traditions, Sisil faces challenges in the modern era. With mobile phones and radios, its daily use has declined, and younger generations risk losing touch with this unique heritage. Yet cultural advocates see Sisil not merely as a tool, but as an art form worth preserving. A reminder of how human ingenuity shapes language to fit the land. Chocolate Hills Mystery. In the heart of Bohol lies one of the Philippines' most breathtaking and mysterious landscapes. the Chocolate Hills. Spanning over 50 square kilometers, this geological wonder consists of more than 1,200 perfectly cone-shaped hills that stretch as far as the eye can see. During the dry season, their lush green grass turns a rich brown, making them look like giant mounds of chocolate scattered across the countryside. It's a sight so surreal that it feels like stepping into a fantasy world. And yet, it remains one of nature's most incredible masterpieces. Scientists believe the hills were formed millions of years ago from the uplift of coral deposits and the action of rain and erosion, gradually sculpting their iconic shapes. But while geology provides one explanation, the local legends are far more enchanting. One tale tells of two giants who hurled rocks and boulders at each other in anger, only to leave behind the hills when they reconciled. Another story speaks of a grieving giant whose tears turned into the mounds after losing the woman he loved. These myths only add to the mystery and magic of the Chocolate Hills, making them not just a natural wonder, but also a cultural treasure. Today, the Chocolate Hills are a UNESCO World Heritage nominee and one of the Philippines' most visited attractions. Viewing platforms allow visitors to marvel at the rolling sea of hills, while eco-tours offer closer encounters. Whether seen through the lens of science or legend, the Chocolate Hills remain an awe-inspiring symbol of Bohol's natural beauty. The Philippines, a typhoon battleground. The Philippines, sitting squarely along the Pacific's typhoon belt, faces around 20 typhoons each year, more than almost any other country in the world. These storms bring powerful winds, torrential rain, and flooding, making life in the archipelago a constant battle with nature's fury. Yet, despite the devastation they can cause, typhoons have become a defining feature of Filipino life, shaping communities, traditions, and resilience. The nation's geography may leave it exposed, but it also highlights the strength of its people in the face of recurring challenges. Each typhoon season tells stories of both hardship and heroism. Coastal towns often bear the brunt of the storms, with fishermen, farmers, and families forced to rebuild time and again. But instead of despair, what emerges is a remarkable spirit of solidarity. Neighbors helping neighbors, communities rallying to restore schools and homes, and families finding hope in the smallest of victories. The storms may test the limits of infrastructure, but they also reveal an unshakable human strength deeply embedded in the Filipino way of life. Globally, the Philippines has become a symbol of climate resilience, showing the world how determination and unity can rise above disaster. Government agencies, NGOs, and local communities continually improve disaster preparedness, building stronger homes and better warning systems. Yet beyond the policies and technology, it is the optimism of the Filipino people that shines brightest. Even after the fiercest storm, you'll hear laughter, see smiles, and feel the determination to move forward. Proof that hope is stronger than any typhoon. Balut, the Brave Food Challenge. Balut, perhaps the Philippines' most daring delicacy, has become both a symbol of cultural pride and a rite of passage for adventurous food lovers. This fertilized duck egg, typically enjoyed at 14 to 21 days of incubation, contains a partially developed embryo inside. Served warm and sprinkled with salt or vinegar, it is sold by street vendors across the country, often enjoyed late at night as a hearty snack. For locals, balut is more than just food. It's a tradition passed down through generations, offering both nourishment and a strong connection to cultural heritage. To outsiders, the very thought of balut can be intimidating. Cracking open the shell reveals a mix of flavors and textures: the savory broth, tender yolk, and delicate embryo. Some hesitate, others dive in, but those who dare often discover it tastes far better than it looks. Rich in protein and believed to be an aphrodisiac, balut is celebrated not only as a snack, but also as a source of strength and vitality. It has earned a reputation as the ultimate brave food challenge, tempting travelers to push beyond their culinary comfort zones. Yet beyond the shock factor, balut carries deep cultural meaning. It reflects the Filipino spirit of resourcefulness, valuing every part of the food and turning it into something special. Eating balut is often a communal experience, filled with laughter, encouragement, and storytelling. Whether it sparks hesitation or admiration, balut is a true taste of the Philippines. Bold, unapologetic, and unforgettable. The Philippines is home to the world's largest pearl. The Philippines has long been called the Pearl of the Orient Seas, a title that beautifully reflects both its natural riches and its cultural treasures. Nowhere is this title more fitting than in the story of the world's largest pearl, discovered off the coast of Palawan. Weighing an astonishing 34 kilograms and measuring over 2 feet long, this massive gem was accidentally found by a fisherman and kept hidden under his bed for years as a lucky charm. Its unveiling stunned the world, reminding everyone that the Philippines is full of surprises waiting to be uncovered. Palawan, often hailed as the country's last frontier, is a fitting birthplace for such a marvel. Its waters are teeming with marine life, from vibrant coral reefs to rare species, making it a hotspot for divers and nature lovers alike. Pearls have been part of the island's history for centuries, traded along ancient maritime routes, and prized for their beauty. The discovery of the world's largest pearl only adds to the mystique of the Philippines' relationship with the sea, a bond deeply woven into the daily lives and livelihood of its people. But the title, Pearl of the Orient Seas, extends beyond the literal. It captures the Philippines' dazzling landscapes, from tropical beaches to lush mountains, and the warmth of its people, whose hospitality shines as brightly as any gem. Just like a pearl formed over time in the heart of an oyster, the Philippines reveals its beauty layer by layer, rewarding those who take the time to explore it fully. The origins of yo-yo. Long before it became a favorite childhood toy, the yo-yo had a much more serious purpose in the Philippines. Centuries ago, it was used as a hunting weapon, crafted from wood with a sharpened edge and tied to a long rope. Hunters would hurl it at animals from trees, retrieving it quickly to strike again. Its design was both simple and ingenious, showing how Filipino innovation often transformed everyday tools into something multifunctional. Over time, the yo-yo evolved, shedding its weapon-like nature to become the playful toy we know today. The transformation of the yo-yo from weapon to toy reflects the adaptability of Filipino culture. In the 20th century, it was introduced internationally, and the humble creation from the Philippines captured the imagination of the world. The toy's ability to sleep, loop, and spin into dazzling tricks made it a global sensation. Today, yo-yo competitions take place worldwide, with players pushing the boundaries of creativity, but few realize its roots trace back to Philippine soil. The word yo-yo itself comes from the Ilocano language, meaning come back, perfectly describing its function. What makes the yo-yo especially fascinating is how it bridges the past and present. From hunting in the jungles to dazzling children and adults on playgrounds, its journey is a testament to human ingenuity and playfulness. In the Philippines, it's more than a toy. It's a symbol of heritage, resilience, and the ability to turn even the most practical of tools into something joyful and timeless. Diverse languages spoken in the Philippines The Philippines is a nation where language paints the story of its people. With over 170 spoken languages and dialects, the archipelago is a living showcase of cultural diversity. While Filipino and English serve as the official languages, everyday conversations across the islands are filled with Cebuano in the Visayas, Ilocano in the north, Hiligaynon in the west, and Waray in eastern Visayas, among many others. Each tongue carries with it centuries of tradition, folklore, and local identity, keeping communities distinct yet connected under one flag. This linguistic richness reflects the country's history as a crossroads of cultures. Indigenous languages developed alongside trade with neighboring Asian countries, and later absorbed influences from Spanish and American colonization. Words from Spanish remain deeply woven into Filipino speech, while English has become the language of education and business. Despite these external layers, local dialects continue to thrive, creating a fascinating blend where conversations can shift between three languages in a single sentence. A phenomenon Filipinos fondly call code switching, or Taglish. Beyond communication, these languages shape the way Filipinos see the world. Proverbs, songs, and poetry in local dialects preserve ancestral wisdom, while regional stories highlight the values and struggles of each community. Efforts are ongoing to protect endangered tongues, ensuring that even the smallest dialects are passed down to younger generations. In the Philippines, language is more than a tool. It is an inheritance, a bridge between past and future, and a powerful expression of unity in diversity. Over 100 active volcanoes. The Philippines is a land of fire and beauty, with over 100 active and dormant volcanoes scattered across its islands. Sitting squarely on the Pacific Ring of Fire, the nation experiences frequent volcanic activity that has shaped its landscapes and its history. From towering cones rising above lush valleys to islands formed entirely by eruptions, volcanoes are as much a part of the country's identity as its beaches and festivals. They stand as both guardians of fertile soil and reminders of nature's unpredictable power. Among the most famous is Mount Mayon in Albay, celebrated worldwide for its near-perfect cone shape. While breathtaking to behold, Mayon has erupted more than 50 times in recorded history, each event leaving behind tales of resilience and renewal. Taal Volcano, nestled within a lake in Batangas, is another geological wonder, small yet powerful. Volcanoes are as much a part of the country's identity as its beaches and festivals. They stand as both guardians of fertile soil and reminders of nature's unpredictable power. Among the most famous is Mount Mayon in Albay, celebrated worldwide for its near-perfect cone shape. While breathtaking to behold, Mayon has erupted more than 50 times in recorded history, each event leaving behind tales of resilience and renewal. Taal Volcano, nestled within a lake in Batangas, is another geological wonder, small yet powerful, and ranked as one of the most dangerous volcanoes due to its unpredictability. Across the archipelago, other giants like Mount Pinatubo remind Filipinos of the delicate balance between destruction and creation. As its 1991 eruption altered global weather patterns and transformed entire regions. Yet for all their risks, volcanoes gift the Philippines extraordinary benefits. The ash they release enriches farmlands, creating fertile ground for rice, coconuts, and tropical fruits. Hot springs and geothermal energy harnessed from volcanic activity provide both relaxation and renewable power. For Filipinos, living with volcanoes is a way of life, embracing the dangers while also celebrating the blessings born from the Earth's fiery heart. The Filipinos are crazy for Jollibee. In the Philippines, Jollibee is more than just a fast food chain. It's a cultural icon and a symbol of national pride. Known for its bright red bee mascot and cheerful atmosphere, Jollibee has captured the hearts of Filipinos of all ages. What makes it stand out isn't just the food, but the way it blends Western-style fast food with Filipino flavors. From the sweet-style Jolly Spaghetti to the world-famous Chicken Joy, every dish feels like comfort food rooted in local taste. It's no wonder Jollibee consistently outsells global giants like McDonald's in its home country. For many Filipinos, Jollibee is tied to childhood memories, family celebrations, and moments of joy. Birthday parties held in its vibrant outlets are almost a rite of passage, with children growing up alongside the bee mascot, who has become a household friend. Beyond nostalgia, the brand has cultivated a deep emotional connection with its customers through heartwarming advertisements and stories that resonate with Filipino values of family, resilience, and love. It's not just about grabbing a quick bite. It's about being part of a shared cultural experience. Jollibee's success has also gone global, with branches opening in cities across the United States, the Middle East, Europe, and Asia. Overseas Filipinos flock to these outlets for a taste of home, often standing in long lines just for Chicken Joy and peach mango pie. For non-Filipinos, Jollibee offers a flavorful introduction to the country's food culture. What started as a humble ice cream parlor has grown into a global sensation, proudly carrying the spirit of the Philippines with every meal served. Thanks for joining our Philippine adventure. Subscribe, like, and share to discover more breathtaking journeys across Asia's most captivating destinations. Your next unforgettable travel story is just a click away.